What is that? What is that? What is that? Today with React 2, investigating the hidden secrets of Area 51. Tommy G video. The G's leaked or her. Let's see this. Top G. Tommy G. How long is this? 30 seconds. I mean, he went inside.
It's weird to imagine that we could literally be 15 to 20 miles away from definitive proof that we're not alone.
What was this being wearing?
Military uniform just like mine, but it was very, very clean.
We're very close to going to prison right now, that's for sure.
More security.
More security right now.
Yo,
Today, ladies
crazy.
and gents, we wrestle with some of the wildest questions and mysteries of our time, such as are aliens real? Are UFOs cutting-edge technology from Earth or perhaps from another planet? Why is Area 51 one of the most secretive bases in the country?
Not anymore.
And what is it that our government is hiding from us?
Not anymore, because there's another one. I heard, right? I think it's Area 55. Is it Area 55? Right, it's Area 51, but there is another one. I think it's Death Valley. It's some shit like that, like Death Valley or like an island or some shit. It's something like that. I don't think it's Area. Oh wait, is this? Where's this at? Or some shit. I don't know. Some shit. It's not like.
In
released.
order to uncover the truth, we assemble a power.
Why I say it's not released yet? Because, like, it's not secret no more. Like, Area 51 is not secret. Everybody knows where it is. Everybody knows how to get in it and all that. So it can't be the top CIA black site and all that, because it's already known. So I imagine they like move everything.
Our house team. First up,
somewhere else.
James Fox. This man is arguably the world's
James
premier
Fox.
expert on UFOs and alien encounters. He's dedicated the last 30 years of his life investigating these claims, digging deeper than perhaps any human alive today. Next, we speak to Jason Sands, an Area 51 insider and employee turned whistleblower who gives us his firsthand testimony of his
whistleblower
experience.
and not,
Then we got
like, be
Avi
dead?
Loeb, a Harvard professor, astrophysicist, and one of the brightest minds on the hunt for extraterrestrial technology. And finally, we speak to various people who claim to have had alien experiences themselves. In this episode, we infiltrate the legendary Area 51, both under the cover of darkness and in broad daylight. And you'll have to stay to the end of the episode to see what we did and what happened to us after we breached security and set off the alarms. Join us today as we tackle one of humanity's greatest questions. Are we
What?
truly alone here on Earth, or do we have visitors from other galaxies walking among us? The truth, folks, might be stranger than anything we ever imagined. Let's dive in. Folks, two things before we get started. First, the merch is back in stock, including the sweatshirts that had sold out repeatedly. We put them back in stock, added a new color. We got the trucker hats, the t-shirts, and also, if you would like early and exclusive access to our Scientology series, including our pushing match with their private security at their celebrity center. Whoa. Wait, where's the private property line? Where's the line?
You need to leave right now.
Don't
It's
touch
private
me.
property.
Don't touch
It's
me.
private property. You need to leave right now.
That is available only at Patreon. Become a subscriber.
Wait,
and be the
hold on, wait, what?
So if you would like early and exclusive access to our Scientology series, including our pushing match with their private security at their celebrity center. Whoa. Wait, where's
wanna
the
see
private
this.
property line? Where's the line?
Underworld.
You need to leave right now.
Don't
It's
touch
private
me.
property.
Don't touch
He
me.
just
Private
pushed the
property. You need
top.
to leave right now.
That is
Bro,
available
that's not a
only
cop.
at Patreon. Become a subscriber and be the one to see it first. And now, folks, to the video.
To the video. On the way to the video. That's a cool. This is a cool edit. This is a cool edit. This is a cool fire edit. Record this too. I feel like he should be it. Oh my god. That's AI.
We're in the Wild West right now, folks. It's breathtaking what we're driving through right now on our way to the Alien, which is a motel in the Area 51 network. What is Area 51? Is it a place that aliens were brought to and interrogated and questioned to figure out more and kept from the public? Or is it simply a place that's so remote and so out there that it's an excellent place to develop top-of-the-line military technology,
Now, I think it's that.
exercises. Maybe they got a CIA black site somewhere out there. I mean, it would be a perfect place. You just blindfold a guy and take him 2 hours down the highway from Las Vegas. No one's finding you. Alien Fresh Jerky, man. How much better of a sponsor can you even get in a video? Going to Area 51 eating alien beef jerky, and damn, it's good. If you would like to try some of this delicious
What?
jerky for yourself, it's entirely to you. So we're halfway to the alien, and already you can tell that there's an alien culture that just permeates around here. The gas stations have aliens in them. It's just so remote. I feel like this is just one of those bizarre places where everyone has some sort of story where they saw this thing in the air. Heck, I have one of those stories. I remember in high school, we were in the back hill in this retention pond.
Yeah, bro.
If I had my own phone, I got it on my phone. Like there was something moving in the air, and I saw it. Like I know what I saw.
I think it
Who
was
knows
high.
what the explanation is? Let's keep driving. So we're pulling up into a town, the town of Rachel, Nevada, that has
Rachel, Nevada.
19 people. We're gonna meet our alien expert friend James and just get the lay of the land here. We arrived late in the night at the Alien, and they had a strict no filming policy. So we went nearby to the town's
Purple
only
King.
gas station to meet our contact James Fox and make a game plan for the rest of the night. We were about to tuck in and go to bed,
Yes,
and you said you have another idea.
yes. There's no better time than the present. And we're out here, and we're not going to see anything if we don't try. Let's take our asses out to as close to the base as we can possibly get to without risk of being arrested and or shot. The use of deadly force is authorized. So
Kill on sight.
It's real. They're not around. If you were to hide super secret craft of non-human origin anywhere on Earth, when you come out here, you can see this would be the perfect place to do it.
Is it fair to say this is one of the most top secret places on Earth?
This is the most top secret
Bro,
place
no,
on
it's
Earth,
not.
yes.
Not anymore,
Right
bro.
now, we're gonna go out to probably the most famous mailbox in history. It was the infamous black mailbox, but it became so famous because like, when you get to the black mailbox, you'll see a dirt road. It's completely unmarked. There's no road signs. You turn off, and that's the point where you go in on the dirt road to the base for about 20 minutes, and then you get to a sign that basically, and you'll see security. Like if you go beyond that sign, all bets are off. So the black mailbox, I think, got so famous that it might have been stolen. I heard it might have been recently replaced. We're gonna find out right now.
Is that our first destination?
That's
the
our
Black
first
Mailbox?
destination, yes.
Wanna go
Black
hop in?
mailbox.
Let's go.
Black mailbox. I don't know.
Trying to find an entrance to Area 51 can be very difficult. Your phone likely won't have service as you near it. Some say it's the government jamming your signal. Just a black box? So this doesn't even exist.
That's crazy.
Others say it's just
Wait,
the
what?
remoteness of the location. The easiest way
Let me
to
see.
spot a route into Area 51 is the infamous black mailbox. It marks one of the roads that can lead you in. However, tonight, we suspected that the box had either been taken down or stolen because we simply could not find it. Is it?
Tommy G, come in, over.
Gang, gang, baby, we're ready to slide the block.
We're just gonna drive down this dirt road until we get arrested. Over. Just kidding.
Did we miss the mailbox, or is that still ahead?
Where is the one?
We'll see a dirt road connecting to this road in the next mile or so on the right-hand side. Over. Turn our lights out. They'd never know we were coming. Over. Isn't it weird to imagine that we could literally be 15 to 20 miles away from definitive proof that we're not alone?
15 to 20 minutes away from information that could change the entire world.
Yep.
Where is it? Nevada what?
What has motivated you to dedicate your entire adult life to chasing down and researching these things?
Imagine if our government had
Let me
definitive
see.
proof that we're not
Every
alone
rate
in the universe, whether you believe it or
area,
not. But if you felt that was
51
true,
video.
could you just walk away easily from that story? I feel that every man, woman, and child has a right to know, and I feel it's an incredibly important and significant piece of the puzzle.
Oh yeah, the road is not
it's
even
difficult to
there.
walk away from.
I have to give huge credit today
The road is
to my
not even
friend, Julian Dory. He is the
That's
key behind all
true.
of this happening, the connection to James Fox. He was the key behind the Trump assassination video, and he's the key behind the Scientology video that we have in the works as well. The show love to Julian, links in the description, blow him up, comment Big Dog's Gotta Eat.
Big
and thank
dogs
you,
gotta
Julian.
eat.
Guys, do you see that red light off in the distance, kind of at our 1 o'clock?
Yes.
That's apparently got all sorts of sensors, including video, They're watching us come in right now. This is security. This is definitely security up there. No question. Over.
If you are considering trespassing on the Nevada Test and Training Range boundary, please consider the following consequences. You will be required to pay a $1,000 fine. You will have your car towed at your expense. You will have your car impounded at your expense. You will be brought to HICO, Nevada to be processed. Once released, you will be responsible for transportation, blah, blah, blah. Now, my question is it telling us not to go beyond this point? Or can we go a little further until, I think we go a little further.
Oh, he's moving.
That guy's watching us. He's listening to us too, I'm sure of it.
You think they have
Sure
that
of it.
level of technology that they can...
Absolutely.
What makes you sure of that?
Because I've heard about it. They can just point and they can listen. George
Facts.
Knapp's documented that.
Folks, we gotta pay homage to the legendary Las Vegas journalist George Knapp. In 1989, George broke the story on Area 51 and brought its existence to the public eye.
Oh,
His
really?
interview with Bob Lazar, who claimed to have worked on reverse engineering alien technology, invited a firestorm of speculation, forever linking Area 51 to extraterrestrial secrets.
Yo,
George's fearless
You know what's
report...
crazy? You know what's crazy? Hold on. I definitely forgot. I was locked into the video. I definitely forgot this is YouTube. My streams are a little bit more laid back. I don't really talk that much. Like, bro, you know what's crazy? That all the movies, like I said before, all the movies are based off one sense of the truth, right? All the movies shows the little antenna shit that the FBI be using. That is shit is real, game. Hello, we have mics. If I hook up my mic right now, you can hear me from across the room. Best believe there's a mic underground. They're hearing it or some shit like that. Like, there's no way that they don't have more talent to tech than us. They got to. They're the military by obligation. If they don't, then we're weak and I'm moving to Russia or some shit. Like, they have to. They must. I'm saying they must. Like, they must absolutely get more technology than us.
forced the government to acknowledge the base's existence, and it laid the groundwork for decades of UFO investigations. Without him, the legend of Area 51 might still be a secret.
James, you want to go say hi to the scary man? You want to go say hi?
I mean, I want
Wait,
The
what?
scary man?
Heading to the next one.
You want to go say hi?
I mean, I want to. I want to see who that is.
This is the gate. This is the next layer.
Oh, he's coming down to us right now. Over.
They say that there are only two guarantees in life: death and taxes.
Yeah.
I think the third is we go beyond that sign, we go to jail and or get shot. What we know about this base is you can tell, like we just drove in down, what, 30 miles of dirt road to get here. You just simply can't imagine just how remote this place is until you come out here and see it. It just doesn't. You know, it's hard to
And
convey.
the level of secrecy.
I don't think there's secrets anymore in there, bro. There's no way. The amount of people that know that's there is too much. We have engineers, even though they could like shut down the drone by now. They had drones before us, bro. There's no way that they did not have drones before us, bro. There's just no way, gang. There's just no way. Drones as a sense of aerial surveillance. They had aerial surveillance before, bro. They have it. The maps, how we do the maps, like right there. Just, there's no way how we can build a satellite all the way over there and we cannot build a drone. Nigga, what? They have more technology, bro. How the hell? Hold on. Cause y'all about to get me started, gang. Satellite. No, I'm just satellite. You're telling me that this shit is up there in space, right? Hold on. Which gives us I don't want to leak anything. Let me put away from there. Right here. You're telling me that it gives us this shit. That's crazy, gang. You're telling me that satellite up there gives us this whole era, this whole picture, gang. Not even that. You could zoom in. Zoom in right over here. You can zoom in and see. You can even click and roam around. Well, not here, but not here. But you know, that's crazy, game. Let's go. Let's go to Utah. You telling me that I could just go to Utah, Castle Valley. Let's see if there's a. You telling me that I could go to Utah, Castle Valley, and I could just roam around? And you're not telling me they have no knowledge? Yo, bro, they have the resources. They just don't want us to know. Okay? How the hell? And then you're telling me that this operation. Hold on, because I don't know how to spell it. You're telling me that this operation telling me that was plus how many years ago? You're telling me 60. At 60, damn. It's even more than I thought. You're telling me 67 years ago, they launched this operation. That's even worse, gang. What do you mean, gang? You're telling me that this motherfucker right here, Explorer 6, gave us the map in 1958. This is 1957. Take away 2. 1960. 5 years ago. You're telling me that 65 years ago, they made this, that gave us this. You're telling me, my boy, you are telling me that 65 years ago, they built this operation, Explorer 6, sent it up to Earth, and this operation gave us this map of the world. And then you're telling me that we have the same technology as the government? Fuck no. Clip that. Hell no. Clip that. No. Clip that. Stop doing that. Clip that. Please. There's no way. There's just no way.
And when you finally do find the edge, you still barely see anything except for barbed wire tracking all through the grass, the signs, the gates. Are these guys special forces? Are they mercenaries? Who are the people patrolling the base?
They're usually the people that are from special forces. They hire them up and they arm them and they tell them that, you know, this is the way we do business for the program, and off they go.
What kind of power are they authorized to use on someone that's going towards the base?
They're authorized lethal force.
This base got a lot of attention in the late 80s when that guy Bob Lazar came forward through George Knapp. It was initially as a incognito, anonymously he came forward, and then ultimately because for fear of his life. He was saying that there were craft of non-human intelligence in the possession of the military, and they were being housed by Papoose Lake in a series of camouflaged hangars that were built into the side of the mountain. They have no wings, they have no tail, They have no visible means of propulsion. They make no sound. They don't have any air disturbance. Very little noise. Some people will talk about a slight buzzing
Bro,
or
I'm
humming
telling you,
sound
bro, it's
within a certain proximity of them.
bro. There's just no
They
way,
do
bro.
things that are just defy physics as we understand it, right? You would want to keep that technology ultra secret because you'd want to weaponize it. Just a few miles down the road, the truth lies, right? The whole world wants to know what's going on out there.
Have we got
not
anyone from
really.
this base that's
I'm good.
active to speak anonymously?
Sorry, active?
But he worked at the base for some
He
time.
did, yeah.
In what capacity, do you know? In non-military lingo, how would you explain to a layman what your career consisted of?
It's like counterintelligence work where you're trying to
Bro,
prevent the
this is no way. I always thought about this, gang. There's just no way, gang. How they have tanks. How the hell do they have tanks if we don't even have? We didn't have Tesla, gang. How the hell? Yo, bro. You got it. Tommy G got me started, gang. Tommy G got me started with this theory shit. Bro, what? What? I wrote that. Oh yeah, I did. You're telling me a prototype was on September 15, 1916. There's no way, gang. And we didn't even have. Damn. Not cats. Cat company. Oh, it's Caterpillar. I didn't even know what that was called. Caterpillar. Okay, never mind. That makes a little bit more sense. All right. Never mind. That makes a little bit more sense. All right. Will you tell me that a drone? What about a drone? Not a dome. Drone, my nigga. Drone. The expected of why are they drones? Oh shit, never mind. Yo, bro, never mind. I cooked.
enemy from finding out about what you're
Yeah, I
doing.
cooked.
How long did you serve on that base?
I was there for 6 years.
Tell us about the morning of the encounter. What happened?
Well, we went up range. We had to look at a video of the UFO that came in and entered into the Nels test range from the previous week because they didn't know what it was, so they were just trying to get people to observe it and verify that this is something that we didn't see because you're talking
pilot chair, second
anybody on my
seat.
crew,
So there's two?
We've been there for years. We'd seen all kinds of aircraft.
By the way, I don't believe in all this completely. Right, with the aliens and all that, I don't believe it completely. I do believe, no, I don't. I just don't believe in aliens. Sorry, I just don't. But I do believe that the government is cooking something up. That's a fact. Like, I don't know what they're doing, but they're cooking something up.
On the video.
And then they're gonna name it aliens because it's already named, because we the people already name it aliens, but they're cooking something up
So this is what it recorded the UFO also.
because the honk came from aliens.
Right up high now, going like straight up.
So a UFO crash lands on the base, and they wait until the Monday crew comes in to look into it?
Pretty much, that's what it seems to have happened.
This is a sign.
Oh, he just honked at us.
He just honked.
He probably thinks this is something
Would he have honked?
Dude, he fought. Yeah,
Because
I know.
he's hearing us? Well, hang on, I'm just asking.
Yeah, wait.
What did he say? What did you say?
Hang on.
Honk if you can hear us.
Okay,
Imagine-
we're about to drive up this road. Are you going to arrest us if we do so? Honk, please. We're good?
Imagine.
This moment of Area
Nigga, I
51 exploration is brought to you by Alien.
And he's like, yeah, let's take you out. Like, we're authorized to kill
You know what I think that means? Let's explore a little further.
you out. Work there? He goes, just blast you. I talked to this guy earlier today, and he's like, oh yeah, when I worked there, he goes, just blast you. I was like, they'll just blast you? And he's like, yeah, let's take you out. Like, we're authorized to kill.
You know what I think that means? Let's explore a little further.
Beep, beep. Imagine. Wait.
All right, what I'm trying to do right now is I just want to see where the barbed wire is. Where is the barbed wire, guys? Man, you can't even tell. We're very close to going to prison right now, that's for sure. Guys, here comes more
Hey,
security.
more security, more security.
More security right now.
Yo. Hold on. I got a question. So, ain't this the land of the free though? Like,
Holy shit, the truck's coming up, look at that.
Yep.
don't
Holy
we
shit.
pay the
He's
taxes?
coming quickly, too.
Don't we pay taxes? Isn't that involved there too? Just saying. If a police station is I don't know if I'm ready to rate, but I don't care. Block. Yes, in the United States, the area of a police station open to the public are considered public places, while restricted areas are not. So, what are restricted areas entail? Like, oh, okay. Unusual, okay. Hazard operations like launch, okay, area, comeback. It does not say anything about you also find restricted areas open large military installments or other areas. Okay, never mind. Alright, but
Look how fucking windy it is, dude. It's cold, desolate, and there is government forces assembling right now.
I know. They're letting us know that they know that we are right here. The question is...
They're going together.
I mean, one thing we can say for sure is we will all be going to jail if we cross the line. The question is, where exactly is the line?
The only way to do it is to walk up the barbed wire from the
Yeah,
gate.
I've already walked. Well, you want to drive down there and see it?
Sure.
All right.
So look, see how-
Land Survey Monument.
That's just government bullshit to keep us off the land. What happened next was strange. As we turned off our cameras to take a couple iPhone photos, we heard a noise, but not just any noise, one that had an eerie, metallic, and otherworldly sound. This is what followed immediately
Oh,
after.
shit.
What the f*** are you hear?
It sounded like metallic, something big, metallic, and somewhat loud. I thought someone was coming. I thought.
You heard it?
You heard it?
You heard it? Are you sure that wasn't my car?
Positive. It came from right over there. No question. Well, you know, I told you guys they had a 99% chance of seeing security, and we saw security.
We're gonna fold our cards for tonight in case they have any devices that can hear us.
Oh, they can hear us.
they definitely do. That's what I'm saying.
just-
They have
they have
this
any
device, that device, gang. They have the exact device with extra power.
That can hear us.
Oh, they can hear us.
We just want to know the truth.
You just blew their ears.
Can you hear us? I have some beef jerky I can offer you. I repeat, I said beef jerky. I don't know if it's working. What we're dealing with right now is like there's so much
They still hear you.
disorientation and trickery that happens, like hearing certain noises. Like they said they heard this metallic thud. Was it the sign rattling or was it a secret thing happening in the background? I mean, and that's how these stories get convoluted when it comes to the supernatural or the UFOs, or, you know, there's a lot of explanations for the same thing. So like in diving into the truth of these stories, you have to figure out how credible someone's
Okay, it's the
testimony is that
video. Never mind.
it's been proven that eyewitness
Yeah, I hear that
testimony
little whip,
actually isn't
like-
even that accurate. But when you have multiple eyewitnesses independently corroborating a story, that sure becomes more and more airtight.
Nigga about to go home. That was perfect timing.
What the f?
That was perfect timing. That was perfect timing. That was, oh my god, that was perfect timing. Rachel.
So we're going to the
Damn.
Alamo Inn, about 40 miles away, and kind of the other side of Area 51. There's the Alien, the Alamo Inn, and kind of if you go in between them, that's where you can go on the road to the back way of Area 51. And we're going to talk to the motel owner and actually stay there the night. And this guy, his dad worked on the base. At both of these inns, everyone in the community seems to know someone that has had an experience or seen something or knows something.
I feel bad for
So
them
this is
because I
a
don't believe them. So
obvious and good place to go for this investigation. All right, folks, we're pulling up to the most famous mailbox in the world. Well, tell the people what we're looking at right now.
So this is the remnants of what was once the black mailbox. Because of the nature of secrecy of the space, there's no road signs, there's no indication of where the entry point is to Area 51. There was this black mailbox to a rancher who lives probably at that ranch out there. This mailbox became the beacon of like the entry point to go in to check out Area 51. And so everyone's just like, turn right at the mailbox or turn left at the mailbox. Like that's the dirt road into Area 51. It became just super famous, the most famous mailbox on the planet.
oh shit.
Also, I want to draw our attention to
That's
there's
beautiful.
mountain ranges everywhere we can look.
That's
and
beautiful. That's beautiful.
these are also vantage points.
Yeah.
And Chuck Clark spent his life documenting these vantage points, and one by one, the government shut them down.
Yes.
So what do you mean you shut down a mountain?
His place got raided. He was raided right here in Rachel, and George Knapp covered the story at the time.
The story goes with Chuck that he allegedly got his hands on footage of an alien encounter so good, so compelling, that Logan Paul drove to his house with $100,000 cash to try and buy the video, but Chuck refused. It goes without saying that research from guys like Chuck Clark are foundational and lay the groundwork that allow me to continue to explore
Bro,
the
I don't
mystery of
believe
Area
that's what I
51
mean. I
further.
don't believe it, gang. Release them. Release you on your deathbed. What else they can to do? Kill you? Like,
One of my favorite close encounters of the third kind in the United States took place in the desert of New Mexico in 1964. That
this is so
involved
cool, guys. He did that over the walkie.
an on-duty police officer by
That's
the
so
name of Lenny
badass.
Zamora. And the Air Force files during the peak of Project Blue Book investigations have detailed diagrams and of the craft where it landed, the landing gear impressions, photographs of the landing gear impressions, the
Bro,
footprints
I'm a
from the
theorist.
alleged
This is
creatures.
why, like,
Very detailed.
I love cases. I'm a theorist. I love that shit. So I'll react to these type of videos. That's why I mainly though react to crime videos on my second channel. Please go check that out. Link below. More Yanu and all that. More Wick. I mean, but I love these. I love this. I love this. I love this.
Report in Project Blue Book
theorist.
burn files.
We're
I
having a
love
local
theories.
pull
I
up
love-
that
Yo, I love mythos too. The Greek mythology is, oh my god, I wish someone did not someone, but I hope Tommy G one day gets to the Greek mythology part of the world, because I'll like this shit is so cool to me. Like the movies, I haven't even read all the books. I don't know. I mean, yeah, the books there. There you go. Love through mythology, and I gotta shout out that one teacher that got me really into it. Damn, I forgot your name, broskies. I'm so sorry. Well, it was mainly this movie right here. Well, not that movie is that, but it was Percy Jackson that got me into it, and then damn, Mr. Pimp-a-lot? Damn, I forgot his name, gang. Shout out to you, bro. I gotta go back to high school. I gotta check out his name. I gotta research his name. Bro made me watch the 300. Bro told me to watch well, this 300. I don't think I saw this one. No, I didn't see this one. I saw this one. Bro loved I think he actually had a passion for this too. He made me read a book too on this. One of the many books that I read. There's one right here, Lord of the Flies. I read that one. I read The Great Rhapsody. I forgot the title of it. My bad. And The Great Rhapsody, Lord of the Flies, Greek one. And I think, and then there's a few others that I read. You could count you could count on your hands. I ain't gonna lie. Not one hand, like both hands. And then the Bible, which I'm reading now. This one, not really the Bible, just the comic. He made the comic book, which is cool for me. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
His parents had an encounter with a non-human being right in this area.
But yeah, like if I could watch all these, I would watch all these. Like this is crazy. In shows, oh my god, the shows are phenomenal. Like right now, where is it? What the hell? I'm watching Jason. I'm watching Atlantis. I think I feel bad saying Greek mythology because it's a myth. For me, it is a myth. It's fake, but there's Greeks that believe it. Greek believes it, so I do feel bad that that's like the title of it. But okay, though. Wait, do Greek people believe it? I don't even know. I'm not even sure. But this is a good movie to fall. But yeah, I'm really into all this.
In the 90s, so we're gonna get to hear the story from him and see what we make of it.
This is a story that my parents passed on to me. My dad was born and raised here in this valley, in Pahranagat Valley. He worked out at the test site in Area 51 for a good portion of his life. You know, because he mainly worked on the
That's
test
crazy
site.
that I'm into all that stuff, like the gods, the one true God, and the Atlantis, and the theories behind the government and all that, but I don't believe in aliens.
Side when they were doing nuclear testing,
I just never really got into
trains
it.
and everything that went down inside the
It's not that I don't believe it.
tunnels and that where they set the bombs
it.
off and that.
And
then when they shut that
it
down,
doesn't
they
make
moved
sense
over
to
to the Area 51 side.
So we're all traveling on the road. We see this guy starting to kind of hail us and starts.
I am gonna
jogging
see.
towards us.
I'm gonna see if I could actually search this up, the 3 mythology video, and hopefully that's next.
Running very funny.
And we
It
answer
looked
that
like he
next.
was going to fall over and like he was around. I'm wondering what's wrong with him. And then as we get a bit closer, I'm starting to notice that he's got very pale skin, but it's got this blue undertone, like he's hypothermic. We get to the point where he's at the corner of the front of the vehicle, and the guy in the passenger seat in the front screams he's got no ears. And I'm thinking, well, that's pretty rude. Why would he say that? And then I'm stepping out onto the roadway, and I look up, and indeed he has no ears. And I'm thinking, good grief, this is really strange.
Both your parents had an encounter on this road.
Yes, they were coming down this road, coming over Hancock Summit here, coming back into town. They'd been out hunting or camping for the weekend, something. They were out in the hills playing around, which they like to do an awful lot. Mom says they come over the hill here, and he says you can see somebody walking down the road for quite a ways. It caught our eyes, like, wow, what's somebody doing walking out in the middle of nowhere like this? As they got closer to us, you could see that it was dressed in, the way she describes it, is Bedouin. clothing. So it was the flowing scarves and
It just doesn't interest me, bro.
you know,
This
head
is
covered and everything. Couldn't see anything other than the cloth that was
This
around.
theory
What
doesn't
was this
interest me.
being wearing?
He was wearing a military uniform just like mine, but it was very, very clean. Then I noticed his eyes, and that's when I really got scared because the eyes were like twice as big. That's when he starts talking to me in another language. I don't know what it is, but somehow I'm understanding every word he says, even though it's a language I've never heard before.
Hello?
So,
Was it an audible language or was this telepathic?
It was both. He was speaking audibly to me, but at the same time, I think I telepathically understood the words.
As they got closer to it,
Yo, bro.
it
You see,
stepped
I
away
just don't
from the
understand.
road and crouched down, you know, along the borrow area there. When it did that, my dad continued to drive past it. She goes, "Hey, we ought to stop and see if they need help." And my dad just told her, "No, you didn't see anything," and went on. And if you knew my dad, he's the last person in the world that's not going to stop and give somebody help, especially if they're out in the middle of nowhere like this and they're unfamiliar with the surroundings.
Like, if aliens are real or creatures from another planet are real, why do you think your dad never wanted
No
to
one knows their dad. I'm sorry.
talk about it?
I think that's what the oath he took,
Clip
you
that.
know, when he went to work out there. You know, is that you couldn't talk about that stuff.
And as he's walking away, I look back at my friends in the car, and they all look like they're zombies. This guy is not from this planet, is what I thought when I saw his features on his face.
You gave testimony behind closed doors. Did you do that in a skiff, or where did you do it?
I did it in a skiff.
Okay,
What
and
that
so were there members of Congress or chiefs of staff? Like who?
mean?
It was all the committee
What does
members, you know,
skip
from
mean?
the armed forces committee.
What was the look on their faces when you started describing this alleged encounter with an alien?
Shock.
A lot of people that have had a sighting, an experience,
What that mean?
are pretty quiet about
What that
it.
mean? What that mean?
They keep it tight to their chest. Why do you think that is?
What
I
does
think
skip
that they're
mean?
afraid of being judged, you know, because there's a lot of people you say, oh yeah, I had an encounter, you know.
This
They go,
interests me, bro. I ain't
crazy,
gonna
you
lie.
know. There's something wrong with this person.
What was
just
the
doesn't
moment in
interest
your
me.
career where you said, I think we might not be alone here?
October 19th, 2017. The
Damn.
first interstellar object was spotted by a telescope
Spotted.
in Hawaii called Pan-STARRS. It was given the
Pan-STARRS.
name Oumuamua, which means a
Oumuamua.
scout in the Hawaiian language. This was the first object identified as coming close to Earth from outside the solar system. It
Damn, I had 10 minutes into
was
this.
roughly the size of a football field, flat
video,
object,
man.
pancake
My
shape.
bad, eh? Y'all better be watching. Yo, wait, y'all watching right now. Drop a like. Just drop in a comment. Let's see. Comment 375. 375. 375 highway. Comment. Let's see. How many people will watch this far? Absolutely nobody. I like to apologize to absolutely nobody.
We're gearing up to
Well, that's
hit Area 51 from
crazy.
another angle, and it went from being a beautiful, clear sky day that we were getting shots to we're stuck in a cloud. And I think it just goes to show
The
the
difference.
desert is a place that is magic tricks. Mother Nature plays magic tricks with the desert.
God.
No wonder people see bizarre shit. Like, just things get obscured in the desert, whether it's the mirage or the weather change.
Y'all niggas, yo, bro. I love my haircut though. Just got a haircut. Y'all just go see my other videos.
Is that government vehicles? There are a lot of those same vehicles.
All this.
See that?
Is there
Oh, that's
another
full of hair.
exit of the base that they're coming from that we don't
For
know
like
about?
3 years. I had like long hair.
But there's a parade of those have to be government vehicles that are coming by.
At around 5:30 p.m., at least 5 days a week, possibly 7, you'll see these white buses with no markings, with blacked out windows,
That's kind of Scientology-esque. That's what we just encountered recently.
barreling out of this place down this long dirt road
What's
headed
it's like
east, and then they get to
psychology? It's like,
375, and then they head
what the
south
nigga say?
with no markings.
What is that?
With blacked out windows.
Psychology?
That's kind of Scientology-esque. That's what we just
Scientology.
encountered
What is
recently.
that?
Barreling out of this
Scientology.
place down this long dirt road headed east, and then they get
I'm gonna
to
watch Game of
375,
Thrones.
and
My
then they
bad,
head
bro. I
south.
keep
probably going to
Correct.
Vegas.
I'm no expert in the driving habits of feds, but it seemed to me we were witnessing a convoy of Fed vehicles leaving Area 51. And for some reason, seeing all of those feds grouped together, it just felt spooky to me.
Yep, there's at least 2.
Yo.
Looks like we got 2.
That's so like.
One disappearing
So
into the
cool.
clouds. Can you describe some of the technology
That's
at the
so
base?
cool.
How much more advanced is it than the public perception of what our technology is?
I don't want to get into specifics, but it's hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years ahead of what we think is happening.
Yes.
So I think part of the question is this just high-level military technology that they don't want other people to get their hands on? Or did they get some of this technology, the way things move, the way they turn, stop,
Bro, I
and
don't
seem to
know, bro.
defy our typical engineering and,
I won't get on
physics?
those. I ain't
Did
gonna
they
lie.
get that from alien crafts? When an alien craft crashes, they have the best engineers in the country examine it and try to re-engineer it. Is that what's happening at Area 51?
That makes
Or is this
sense.
shit just so advanced and they just haven't released it to
Make
the
more
public?
sense. I ain't
Our
gonna lie, my
conception
head.
of what is
My
possible
head.
is 60 years in the past,
makes more
50 years in the
sense.
past, and they just haven't shown us the good shit because, well, it's a tactical advantage in war. It's all possible.
That makes more sense actually. He just made sense right there. They use the static parts of
I had not gone to the entry point yet,
Okay.
so this is new for me.
the scatter points, the scatter pieces of when they crash, they turn it into airplanes and all that. That makes more sense.
This is what I call mucho security.
I'm not gonna lie, nigga just made me a believer. Like maybe now. Trust me.
Unauthorized
Look,
personnel
look. Now it's going.
not permitted beyond this point.
So we almost did get captured.
Literally. Dude. That's not a good sound.
Should we get the fuck out of here? Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's push, like, are we being pussies for leaving after that?
They were trying to trap us. They were. Dude.
Who's this guy fucking going backwards? Methy over here is going backwards trying to get us. Is he a... What the fuck is this guy doing?
We're trying to
Is
see
this
you.
guy unmasked?
Slow down. I would have slowed down.
What the fuck? This guy's going pretty fast backwards. We're going 45 miles an hour and he's beating us right now. What the hell is this guy doing?
What is this guy doing? 20 miles an hour backwards.
You just trespassed on federal property.
You know the gate
that's
where
not very funny.
they close, you can go into a gate and then they close a barrier behind you?
That's an entrapment, yes.
What happens if you get stuck in that?
That's a way for them to keep your vehicle and yourselves from going any further. And they will draw their weapons on you and they will tell you, okay, you're coming with us. They'll take all your equipment, they'll dismantle your car, look at all of your cameras, look at all your film, they will confiscate everything. And you'll be lucky if you get your car back in a crate later on, let alone whether you will be serving jail time in one of their facilities right there on the site.
Holy shit, that was crazy.
That's
So you think
crazy.
you think we would have been trapped if we didn't if Keegan didn't remind me to back up?
Hell yeah, they would have locked you in there. 100%.
That's W Keegan. I ain't gonna lie. That's W. W's.
Oh, is it a big fan photo?
Oh, look at that view.
Oh wow. The view is amazing.
But you still can't see the base even if it does clear?
No, I mean, yeah. Well, you can see just above it. So if there's any activity, you can see it from here, but you just can't like see the actual base. You see just above it.
So folks, we took a deep dive into some of the claims, some of the people that have worked there, people that have experienced things. And I have to say some of this is quite compelling. When you hear Congress people talking about this, you know something is serious. And let me know what you guys think. You guys believers? Are you guys skeptics? Are you guys open to the possibility that this is real? It's been a pleasure taking this deep dive with you. I appreciate you, James. Go out there, watch this video. You can stream it, you can rent it. If you want to take this much, much further, this was a couple-day investigation. He's dedicated 30 years of his life to looking into this and made multiple documentaries on the subject. One of the world's renowned experts in the field. So if you want to take a deeper dive into that, his links into his documentaries are in the description. Rent them, stream them, check them out, and explore for yourself.
The Paul
and
Ram, that's a badass name.
What you think is true. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Yo, by the way, chat. Look, YouTube, look at this. Every 5 subs I get, I'm gonna add 12 hours. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. So the first 5 is gonna be 12 hours stream. The next 5 is gonna be 24-hour streams, which means that this number right here, will be a 10, and this number hopefully has to, well, not hopefully, but it has to have a 5. So 5 over 10 will equal 12-hour stream. 10 over 15 will equal 12-hour stream, and then what's that? I don't know, but whatever continues, and then 20, and then 25 over 20. No, 20 over 25 equals a 60-hour stream, and then 25 over. Hold on, let me do that math. 25 over. We did go all the way. I don't know how. Like how it's 72 days, 72 hours. So 25 over 30, 72 hour stream. Which is 3 days, I think, right? Yeah. 3 days. So please subscribe to my kick, by the way. Not my Twitch. Not touch my Twitch. Leave my Twitch. That is like a offline 24-hour shit. That's just do not touch my Twitch. My kick. Go follow my kick. Alright, go subscribe to my kick. Alright, and 1 sub equals 1 shot. Let's go. Of water. Let's get it.